Champ. This is your boy. I'm going to a brand new Comic Crusaders special. You know what it is? We have our boy come back. We've already talked about some Red Box. We've talked about some Chronicles. This month is really hot with the horror, the love, the action, all type of good stuff. But now, let's touch his soul just a little bit further. He's about to bring that bowl of chicken soup to us. That's going to fill up our tummies and our hearts with wonderful entertainment. You know, the king of the streams, Mr. Soft-Hearted over here from the Chicken Soup for the Soul Network, the one and only, this Woolsey. What's poppin', kiddo? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, hero? Good to see your face.
Yo, likewise, my brother, thank you for tuning in to share today what Chicken Soup for the Soul got popping to fill up not just our bellies but our hearts, like I said, you know, with some good feeling, because you know it's a nicer, softer network. Maybe, you know, it'll play with our emotions in a way that the other films won't, right? It's nice, heartfelt stuff. So let's get us started, folks. Right there already. Love Amongst the Stars. Ooh, an original.
Yeah, so as we've talked about before, Chicken Soup for the Soul streaming always has an original rom-com every month. This is our offering this month, and I've got to say this is one of the best ones. I'm not a ginormous fan of the genre. I don't usually, it's not my go-to, but this one is so cute. Love Amongst the Stars, starring Sarah Canning from a great series, a series of unfortunate events, and Patch May from Home and Away. So they play college professors, and she is the astronomy professor, and she's convinced that this upcoming planetary alignment and the research that she's doing around it are going to allow her to be able to get a world-class observatory for her department and her students. Unfortunately, Patch May's character is the new hotshot on campus. He's the archaeology professor, and he thinks that the money should be spent better elsewhere. They, of course, butt heads like a meteor in an asteroid field, and but until they realize that maybe there's something in the stars for both of them, and it's super cute. It's a nice date night movie, you know, that kind of thing.
And there you go, folks. Available now. Then we have A Week in Paradise, we just spoke about, and our episodes are also available on Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment.
That's right. Yep.
Then we got Where by the Wall Season 2, The Chateau Murder.
Oh, so we throw a little curveball in there because, you know, we've talked about this before. The largest audience for crime and true crime content is actually women, which terrifies me because I live in a house with a couple of them.
So you're sleeping with your eyes open, poor Chris.
That's it. Just one eye open, always. This is a phenomenal series. We've got 2 seasons. You can watch them both. They're so binge-worthy, I can't even tell you. So they all take place in the frozen north of Canada. This one has an opening that I'm not going to spoil for you, but you can go and watch the trailer for season 2 of this. It is one of the most horrifying ways to die that I could possibly imagine. It's so bad, I can't even tell you. And so it's about this female police investigator who is tough as nails, and she is just brilliant. It's a great series. It is French Canadian with English subtitles. I cannot say enough good things about it. If you like police procedurals, if you like investigation, if you like good chilling drama, this is definitely a hidden gem.
Excellent, folks. You better check it out because guess what? It's available now. Hey, you got The Right Kind of Wrong, which is
we talked about that. Yep, fun rom-com.
The Little Death.
Yes.
Here.
So The Little Death is also a rom-com, and this is fun with like elements of drama. So this kind of is like takes it to the next level. It's kind of the secret lives of 5 suburban couples, and it kind of delves into like their fetishes. and then like what the ramifications and repercussions are for their lives, like what these weird, goofy, kooky fetishes that these couples have, how that ends up drastically changing their relationships.
Oh, really? Don't have fetishes, folks. You want to stay married? Then we got Mimi in Montenegro. Where is Montenegro?
So this is another kind of a rom-com. It's kind of drama, but it's a funny romance about two ex-lovers who meet by chance in Berlin. And, you know, they knew each other years ago. They had a love affair, and it's kind of rekindled while they're there. But they've got all this extra baggage that they've got going on. But it's starring Alex Holdridge from On Holiday and Jennifer Ulrich from Dignity, Rupert Friend from Obi-Wan Kenobi, big hit show. But it's cute. If you're looking for a good date night movie, this is a great one.
All right, well, yeah, man. You know, mega on the loose now, so I'm gonna need as much date night stuff as I could get. Thank you,
all right,
for helping me in my pimp game. Taking soup for the soul. And running for grace. Hopefully, I'm not running from grace. But what's going on here?
Yes. So this is it's kind of a throwback. So that's actually my buddy Jim Caviezel, who so he was Jesus in the Passion of the Christ. Yeah. And I do hang out with him once in a while. He literally lives just like a couple blocks over from me, and he is the nicest guy. But this is it's a really sweet film, Running for Grace. It's a kind of a younger romantic drama, and yeah, it's kind of a Romeo and Juliet thing that takes place in Hawaii. But it's a sweet, if you're looking for something that's like super sweet, super innocent, you can, you know, grandma can watch this and not get heart palpitations. This is definitely for the whole family.
Oh, cool. Excellent. There we go. And guess what, folks? It's available now. Look at that. Look at all this entertainment we're giving you. If you don't want to be horrified all month, you know, Chris is hooking you up with some sweet stuff. Get your heart going in a nice,
in a good way.
And that's fellas, you know, I think we all need to listen. You know, this is how we score. You know, so he's hooking us up here. Look at the next one. This is exactly what many of us need: some sensitivity training.
That's right.
What's popping here?
This is a very funny film. It's about it's a woman who's a scientist, and they don't go into the details, but you kind of get the feeling that maybe she's on the spectrum somewhere. She definitely has some like antisocial disorders and is constantly saying things. So she's a manager in her in this lab company that she works for, and she's constantly saying things to her employees that is completely inappropriate for a manager to say to an employee. And there are some hysterical scenes, but HR tells her, look, you've got to go in for sensitivity training or we're going to have to let you go. So she goes in for sensitivity training and gets paired up with the world's most touchy-feely sensitivity trainer, and comedy ensues. It's very fun.
I mean, I could see the poor girl's face. Like, I don't want to do this right now on the phone. What are you doing? I can't feel the same. Oh man, now this is a classic, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe the greatest Motown group of all time, the Temptations.
Yeah.
And this is a mini series that has been taking Chicken Soup for the Soul by storm. It is like one of our greatest titles. People cannot watch enough of it, but it's so good, and it tells all the backstage drama of that unbelievably historic Motown group. It stars. What's that?
And is it crazy? Anytime there's a historic group, it's always filled with drama.
It's true. I know. I was talking to my son about that the other day. He was like, "Why do you think artists are so kind of unstable and they have so much drama that follows them?" And I'm like, well, I kind of think that's why they're great artists, because it's kind of a chicken and the egg thing. But I think that, you know, that sort of instability really leads to creativity in a lot of ways.
Exactly.
And
You know, that counter thought, how you feel, that vibrational frequency, if you will, which is spoken a lot about, that you're on, is a little bit different.
yep, totally. So it's starring Charles Malik Whitfield from Chicago Med and D.B. Woodside, that was one of the leads in the series 24. Performances are like through the roof. Everything about this series is top shelf. They nail the time period. I always get nervous when people do period stuff because anytime I see things that are out of place, it always irritates me. And they crushed it on this one. Like it's really well done. Everything about it's great.
I get to, man. When I see a movie based on the 90s, like, you better get that closing music right.
That's it. That's it.
Clara, a feature film. What is okay? I've never seen this poster in my life. And the cracker is, I mean, an exclusive of that from Cracker prior. Now Chicken Soup for the Soul. It was popping.
So I know I've recommended a lot of date night movies, but this is the one that I want you to see because, you know, I said I'm not like, I like a good rom-com, but it's not like my go-to. This is a great example of somebody who took what could have been a very basic movie and really elevated it to another level. This is a phenomenal film. Another one, oddly enough, about astronomy. It's weird that we have two featured films this month about that subject, but it's an astronomer and his assistant. He is convinced that life does not exist on other planets, and she is convinced that it does. And so as he kind of goes along with her on this journey of research, they discover something together that maybe is going to prove that there is life on other planets. And through all the drama that takes place with that discovery, they actually come to the conclusion that maybe life on this planet and our life together with the people in our lives is more important than the possibility of life on other worlds. It's really well directed. It's beautiful. The music in this is great. It's just it's a very sweet movie and not in like a treacly, sugary way. It's a good film. Highly recommend this for your date night out.
All right,
So
all right.
hold this one in the chamber.
Yep, and look, and it's available 10/12. So I guess I'm not dating until that weekend. So that way I can make sure to score.
You got some time. You got some time.
I will get ready. Oh my God, I'm nervous. Ceremony now. What are we celebrating here?
This is very funny. So Uma Thurman, she plays a beautiful young woman, as she often does, who is getting married to this sort of questionable British guy. And, you know, it seems like in a lot of these movies, the British guy is always a little dicey. I'm not sure what that says about the British people, but
don't say that to my boy Johnny.
So they come from like Cape Cod money. And so, you know, they're doing this wedding, but it's like a 3-day party at this huge mansion in like the Cape Cod area. And while she's there, it just so happens that her ex-boyfriend shows up to the party with the mission of winning her back before she gets married at the end of the weekend.
Oh, no.
And it's very funny. If you like Wes Anderson films, I have a feeling that this writer-director was a big fan of Wes Anderson. And it's super quirky. The writing is very clever. Check out Ceremony. And, of course, you know, you got the lovely Uma Thurman, which never hurts.
Okay, never goes wrong. And again, this one is available also on the 12th. And then we have Rye.
Speaking of Wes Anderson, there's his best buddy there, Luke Wilson. And this is it's another, you know, it's Chicken Soup for the Soul. So we've got a lot of sweet things going on here. And this is a mom and her son, and how she is dealing with a son who seemed to have a ton of potential and has never quite come through to a place where she feels secure about his future. And he decides to quit his job and to become a full-time surfer. And and so it's a sweet story about their relationship. And if you're looking for a mother-son thing, and not in a bad way, this is definitely
Yo,
a
not
beautiful
for
way to go.
nothing, though. Not for nothing, but Holly Hunt does not look like he could be mama.
I thought that too. I was like, huh. And I looked up the age difference, and it makes sense. I mean, she would have been a young mom for sure.
All right, so numerically, it would count, but physically doesn't quite look it though, because she still looks great.
Yep.
And especially there.
Well deserved. Well
there
deserved.
you go, folks. That's what Chicken Soup for the Soul got. I mean, they got that and tons more. And I thought we were gonna talk about them having horror movies, maybe a thriller here and there.
We got a ton of thrillers, and we talk about the true crime. There's so much crime and true crime on Chicken Soup for the Soul, tons and tons and tons. So if you're looking for the jump scares without the monsters at Halloween, then Chicken Soup for the Soul totally has you covered.
There we go. And right there, folks, check out Chicken Soup for the Soul at chickensouptv.com. Because it's a free app on Google, Apple TV. It's everywhere. Get her done, because they're doing a service to you. It is amazing content for our favorite four-letter word that begins with an F. You dirty people, not that one. It's free, baby, free. You gotta make it happen, because this is where it's at. Mr. Woolsey, thank you for hanging out, with the prior 2 episodes, this one, and just sharing the amazing content throughout the family that is the network. So thank you so much, brother, for hanging out with me. And
thank you, Almega. You made my whole day. I've got so much energy now. I'm going to go out and run some laps.
Who the hell needs a Red Bull when you got Mega in your life? Well, baby, there we go. You know what it is, folks. Follow everything Comic Crusaders, Undercover Capes, and of course, everything Chicken Soup for the Soul family, which is Chicken Soup for the Soul TV. You got Redbox and you got Crackle. Show the love, mi gente. Hasta la próxima. Hueva!